Our last segment was about if you fall out of attraction or out of love with your spouse or with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your significant other, would you kick the bucket on them or would you stay with them and grind it out to the end?
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do? But today's topic is gonna be about what, babe?
That was not our last segment. That's what this segment's supposed to be about.
Oh.
Go.
My mic on. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Sipping on some wine, good vibes.
Can you hear me?
With my lovely wife, yeah, I can hear you. I've been doing so good, y'all. Been feeling great. We've been on this spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man, look. I feel great. I'm gonna just tell you, I feel great. How was your day today?
My day was pretty pleasant. What about yours?
Mine was very awesome.
Good.
We went out to lunch with a good friend. We haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Linda.
Yes.
Shout out to her. We love you.
Yes, we do.
Without further ado, this is TTP Podcast, your number one podcast that brings you life, laughter, and most importantly, the real to rugged,
Right through your speakers.
I'm your host, Tori.
And I'm your co-host, Rakita.
And I thank y'all. And we thank y'all
Yes.
for like, commenting.
Correct. We.
Yes, we. Thank you for like, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to hit that notification button so when we drop for y'all guys, y'all will be the first to know.
Yes.
So, our last segment was about if you're living double lives, how would you live that double life? But today's segment is about what would you do if you fall out of attraction or out of love with your significant other. Would you kick the bucket on them or would you stick it out and ride it out? What would you do? So in the comments below, please let us know what y'all think. What y'all think?
Me personally, I feel as if a lot of times I feel like people in relationships tend to cheat or divorce or cancel the relationship because they don't feel the necessity to help their individual or their spouse to be as attractive as they once were.
So basically, in other words, the easiest thing for you to do is leave.
Why is that?
It's so easy. Why would you sit up here and waste more time trying to fight for something? You might as well just give it up, right?
No. Of course not. No.
Because marriage or a oneness is a lifetime. I would say a sport, but it's a lifetime journey, man, because the easiest thing for you to do is leave for real.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is to stay and stick it out and fight. Now, I do not agree with abuse. I do not agree with that. So if you are going through an abusive relationship, whether if it's physical or verbal, please go seek help, because I personally seen it and my wife personally seen it, whether if it's, from our childhood or somebody else's childhood or a friend. We've seen it and it's not good. It's not going to end up well. So I advise you to go seek help. Don't try to stick it out. Just go seek help. It's better along the way. Go seek help. For male and female.
Yes.
But it's so easy. It's just so easy to leave, man. And I feel coming from a male standpoint, I've seen a lot of relationships come and go, whether if it was my relationships or my parents' relationship. One thing I can say about my parents now that they're still together, man, and they've been through a lot, and that taught me when I get into a marriage, or obviously we're married now,
right?
But let's just say I'm not married. But
right.
If you're in a marriage or if you're in a long relationship, communication is the key.
Yeah,
Man.
oh yeah.
Communication is the key. Always communicate with your significant other, even if you falling out of love or you falling out of attraction. Please communicate first before you do anything. And y'all get on one accord. Y'all stick it out. Y'all keep pressing. Y'all get therapy. It's okay to get therapy. Don't be afraid to go get therapy. And because therapy helps.
It does.
Therapy helps.
So, back to the question.
Okay.
How hard is it to tell your significant other, hey, I am no longer attracted to you because of X, Y, and Z. Can we work together on this? How hard is that?
If you're really in love with that person, I'm gonna honestly say it's very hard. It's very hard because once you're in love with somebody, or when you're in love with somebody, depending on how much you love that person, you don't want to hurt them. And when you don't want to hurt somebody, you have a tendency to kind of bend the truth a little bit and not really tell them 100% on how you feel or how you make that person feel. Me personally, I'm a straightforward person, and I'm not just gonna say, "Oh, babe, you're getting a lot of weight." I'm gonna say, "Hey, let's go to the gym. Let's go work out."
But I feel like I'm not saying you don't do it, but I feel like people need to learn how to be direct.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like beating around the bush is not going to get you anywhere. So if you're more direct with your significant other or your spouse, and you sit them down and say, listen, when I met you, you were X, Y, and Z.
You was a 10. When I met you, you was a 10. You was in that gym all day, every day. You got your hair done. You got the nails done. You got that yoni. You got that little yoni cleaned up. You were doing anything to smell like strawberries and peaches and cream. And now when I married you, and now when we got kids together, you smell like a bag of Oreos in a trash can.
Not that bad, but
it's that bad.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying people don't have to be that bad.
Nah, you don't have to be that bad. I'm just playing.
But what I'm saying for real, is I feel like you should be able to sit them down.
Yeah.
And sincerely express your concern and say, hey, when I met you, you were this way, that way. We've had kids. You gained weight. I gained weight. I've lost weight. You lost weight. I feel as if we together should go do something, because I feel like you direct somebody and say, you didn't go to the gym.
Right.
You need to stop eating these snacks and these cookies or these chips.
Yeah. And you have to look at me with you saying chips.
But I'm saying, like, instead of you singling out your partner.
Right. Acknowledge. First, like, all right, this is what I learned in therapy, right? When you're in a conversation, right? Or disagreement, however you want to say it. You first acknowledge first.
Right.
That opens up that portal in that person's mind to say, hey, they care.
Yeah.
They know. They see. So when you acknowledge first, whatever you say after that will be so easy for that person to receive. So if you're falling out of love with somebody, or you falling out of attraction for somebody, acknowledge, okay, you a good person. I'm in love with you. You do this, you do that, woo. But this is what's going on. This is how you make me feel. This is what I see. This is what I'm not attracted to. This is what I'm falling out of love with, and just go from there.
Yeah. Now, what if the person on the receiving end is not so accepted?
What would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do?
If I was to tell you, hey, so let's just say when you gained that 200 pounds,
Right.
and I was to say, hey, babe, you know, when I met you, you was like muscular and skinny, and now you're gaining weight. I feel like if we need to get back on a healthy journey, and you said, I like me the way I like me. Well, I won't necessarily get mad at what you like, but I will remind you that we are one and your health is important.
Right.
So even though you like yourself the way you like you, get healthier. Right. You don't have to, if you don't want to lose the weight, I'm not going to make you lose the weight, but at least get healthy.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right.
And in the process of getting healthy, you're going to lose weight.
Right.
Just not a lot of weight.
Right. So basically, unconsciously, you're really doing what I'm asking, but in a way, you're kind of making it more so. You're making it more so what you want than what that other person want, but at the same time, you both y'all getting what you really want. Right. Yeah. In a way, it's
kind of manipulative because we're going to talk about that. It's going to be another topic for another day. Who can be more manipulative, men or women? Right. But in a way, it's more persuading to make sure that you guys understand that it's important to keep dating, and it's important to make sure that you are still attracted or in love with your spouse. And let's just cancel out attraction. Let's cancel out looks. If let's just say you were very angry, where every time I would say something, you would get mad at me, even if I was expressing my feelings. And I felt like in the beginning you didn't do that, and then you just started to change. Then I would approach you and I would say, I've noticed you've been getting a little snappy with me lately. Right. And that's allowing me not to feel connected with you. Ultimately, allowing me not to longer feel like you love me or I love you. That's the issue for me. Then I would state the issue. I wouldn't attack you, but I would state the problem. And then I would say, did you understand what I said? Did you really get what I said? Then I would let you talk. Right. And then once you talk, then after that, we would come to a conclusion. And he would work towards no longer presenting that behavior. Right. Now, even if he does the next day present the same behavior, don't antagonize him or her, but have patience and work on it, because
patience is very much so a virtue. Without that patience, man, a lot of relationships will not work. And this is another thing I want to speak on too. To piggyback off the topic, is stop allowing social media in your relationship. Please stop allowing social media in your relationship, because social media is designed to basically keep you off track from where you really need to go. Yeah. Because you got all these aspects that you're looking at, that you're scrolling up and down, and a lot of times unconsciously you want to be like that person. You want to have what they have, and when you don't, and when you can't get what they have, automatically you feel lost, you feel lonely, you feel unwanted, you feel unattractive. It's just like, okay, for instance, back in there when we was in school, right? BBWs was not in style. No. A lot of heavy set women was not in style. It was so much the athleticism in a woman, the thinness of a woman, not so much the hips and thighs and big breasted. Nowadays, everybody I'm talking about a big woman. Everybody wants somebody with a big old butt. Every girl want a big old butt and big old chest, and don't really know what comes with it. You see what I'm saying? But they scroll up and down, or men too, we scroll up and down like, dang, like such and such got that and such got that. I gotta get that. And if I can't get it, then I feel like I'm not worthy enough. So if I'm not worthy enough, I'm putting myself down. And unconsciously, you're gonna put your significant other down, because you're trying to get so much of what social media has to offer, and then when you feel like you can't get it, you just feel like a loser.
Right.
So stop letting this social media influence y'all relationships, influence how y'all look, because it's not just because they got it doesn't mean that you need it.
Right.
So leave social media out your relationship, out your life, period, man. If you ain't making money on it, leave it alone. Because I see a lot of relationships being tossed away because the influence of social media.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It
is sad. At one point in time, we was like that. But that therapy really helped us. That therapy really helped us. And really life has a funny way of teaching you where you really need to be and where you really need to go.
Just create your own family. Get together and talk about your expectations.
Right.
Meet each other's expectations. And even if you fall short, it's okay. Be patient.
And know that when you're coming in a relationship, everybody have baggage that they bring to the table. But it's in order for you to get rid of that baggage, right? You had to acknowledge why that baggage was there in the first place. And once you acknowledge why that baggage was there, heal that or take out that trash. Like that. When do y'all trash man come? When do y'all? I'm gonna ask y'all that. Leave that in the comments below. When y'all trash men come? Whenever y'all trash men come, our trash man comes on what? Mondays. So whatever baggage we have, we toss it out. We not literally. That's an analogy, y'all. So I know some people gonna be like, "Oh, what he talking about?" That's an analogy, y'all. Yeah. Whatever baggage y'all have, y'all toss it out. Y'all get rid of it. Y'all first find out what's the solution. Once y'all find that solution, get rid of it.
And do not bring it back up.
Don't. That's the worst thing. Right. That's the worst thing. Because I done seen relationships to where they done healed. And in the process of them healing, they open up that scar again. And so they started falling more and more and more out of love and more out of attraction for each other. And they were two good people. They were two good people. So love and attraction for one another, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It's a very much so beautiful thing. And like I said before, y'all, it is not a fairy tale.
Nope, it's not.
It is not a fairy tale. So the question again, what would you do if you fall out of love or attraction for your significant other?
Yes.
Leave it in the comment section below. Leave it in the comment section below. Do you have anything for them, babe?
No. I know we got to make sure at the end of this segment that we pray. Pray. Yes.
Excuse me. So in the last segment, I asked you guys, if it's anything I need us to pray for, please leave it in the comment section below.
Yes.
TTP Podcast really believes in prayer. Yeah, man, if you just need prayer, whatever it is, don't be afraid to reach out to us. Don't be afraid. Even if you don't want to reach out to us, don't be afraid to get help.
Yeah.
Everybody is basically the same. Everybody struggles. I don't care if you got $1 to $1 billion in your bank account.
Yes.
Everybody struggles. Everybody struggles. Go get help. Go get help, please. But in the comment section below, if you need us to pray for you guys, please leave that prayer request in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button so when we drop fire for you guys, y'all be the first to know.
Yes.
So if everybody can touch and agree, I'm gonna start the prayer off. It's been one person that really been on my mind. My boy Justin hit me and was like, "Hey, can you pray for my wife, Brittany? She's currently in the hospital right now, going through the process. She's fighting leukemia." And he texted me this morning and say, "Hey, can you stop what you're doing? Just pray." and I was in the middle of a session, about to record before we went out to lunch, and when he hit me, I didn't even want to record no more because I just stopped and I just started praying for my boy. I started praying for his wife. So if y'all can touch and agree, her name is Brittany. We're gonna touch and agree and ask for healing, divine healing, and I'm really getting emotional about it because this is like my guy, right? This is like my brother, and to have someone that he loves, or to have someone to love, and is battling with it, and you got kids and you got a job, it's really hard for him. So y'all both keep Justin and Brittany in your prayers, but this prayer is strictly for my girl Brittany, who's battling with leukemia. So if y'all can all touch and agree, let's start this prayer off. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for everything and anything. Without you, it wouldn't be us, Heavenly Father. Thank you for all who's listening right now. I pray for divine healing for Brittany, that those leukemia, those cancer cells will be washed away, Heavenly Father. All those lab results will come back phenomenal. All her blood work will come back phenomenal. The healing process will start right now, and at the sound of our voice, the angel of healing will fly upon her right now and hover over her and touch her right now. I pray that you keep her away from all sickness and diseases, all plots, anything and everything that's not like you or of you, Heavenly Father. I pray for her right now. I pray for Justice's mind right now, Heavenly Father, as he is in this battle right now, because whatever Brittany's going through, Justin is automatically going through, because they are one. Heavenly Father, I pray that you continue to have patience, Heavenly Father. I pray that their love will grow even stronger, Heavenly Father. I pray that he is praying, not just for himself, but for his wife right now. I pray that the divine healing will be placed upon her, Heavenly Father. I pray for those out there that's struggling with pornography addiction, Heavenly Father. I pray for those who's battling with drug addiction, Heavenly Father. I pray for those who is battling with lust, Heavenly Father. I pray for those who's battling with gambling addiction, Heavenly Father. I pray for those who feel like they don't have no one to turn to, but they can turn to you, Heavenly Father. Because through my prayers, Heavenly Father, through my through my story, Heavenly Father, that they'll look at me or they'll look at us and know that there is a God, Heavenly Father. I pray that they continue to be moved through these prayers, Heavenly Father, through these videos, Heavenly Father. And I pray for those who are struggling with self-affliction, Heavenly Father, that they don't feel the need to stay with that person that's abusing them right now, Heavenly Father. They can just come home, Heavenly Father. And at the sound of my voice, that we can all touch and agree.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen and amen.
Amen.
I thank y'all. I love y'all. Before I get teary-eyed, man, I want to say I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing to our channel. This is TTP Podcast, your number one podcast that brings you life, laughter, and most importantly, the real, the rugged, right through your speakers.